do that.
If you guys are a little light on the question.
Please don't do that. KW, I support you in everything.
Like coach to coach. It's like when Brew has a great wide receiver on who didn't use gloves. Can relate on a different level.
You can relate. Trust me. They all know.
Please don't.
All these catches these guys.
Exactly. And finally, we look at Bleacher Report's top 100 NBA players. And two people on the staff pitched, let's go through all 100 and discuss. I said, you know what? Why don't we just pick 3 or 4?
It's July. We could have done a whole show on the top
it's
100.
Robert Parrish above Kyrie Irving. I just put it out there.
I had a lot of issues with the list.
Yeah, there's 100.
A lot of issues.
What was your number 1 issue?
Oh. Well, the number 1 spot.
Well, Jokic is 2. There's some people ahead of Jokic that shouldn't be.
Ooh, that's good.
With respect,
I know that's
because we're not
number
doing
1,
it, obviously I disagree with the number 1. That's fine. With respect to pal, friend of the show, Shaq is too high.
What number is Shaq?
6.
6 is too high.
6 is, again, an all-time legendary great player.
Shaq would not put himself at
That's
6.
the thing. I don't think he would put himself where they had him.
Deep down inside he would.
You think so?
And I'm not mad at that.
He thinks he's 6?
Deep down inside, I bet Shaq thinks he's the best center ever. Now, he'll never say it. He'll always
there are
put
days.
Russell and Chamberlain.
There were
and Kareem
days
On planet Earth where he was 1.
Yes, of all players.
Yes.
I gotta be honest, with the top 4 centers, Russell, Kareem, Shaq, and Wilt, I've over the years, I've gone back
Vacillated.
and forth. Yeah, really.
Bro, this cannot
Really
be.
vacillated.
You are really
'Cause it's
leaning.
tough. What? Leaning what?
It's just a lot of your takes are just like, it's fluid.
That's part of my brain. Fluid.
It's nuanced.
New information. There's not.
There's no
new
new information
Not new information with these guys. But it's
A new videotape unearthed of Wilt. All right, we're starting with Cowboys camp underway in Oxnard. Micah Parsons is at camp, even though some people think he should be holding out. We're going to discuss that in a few minutes. First, here's Jerry Jones with an update on the negotiations. Take a listen.
Just because we sign him doesn't mean we're going to have him. He was hurt 6 games last year. Seriously. We've signed, I remember signing a player for the highest paid at the position in the league, and he got knocked out 2/3 of the year, Dak Prescott. The other thing I would say is contracts are 4 or 5 years. Okay? There's a lot of water under the bridge if you step out there and do something in the first 2 or 3. You can get hit by a car. Seriously.
And you didn't love this topic. This is an A+. This is as good of a sports topic as there is.
What is your reaction to this?
There are 3 possible explanations.
Here we go.
For
I like
what
this
we
already.
just witnessed. I guess it happened
One of
yesterday.
them, bro, be nice about.
Well, I think you're gonna love this take.
Okay.
The first is he's 82 years old.
This is what I want you to be nice
and he's
about.
starting, to lose it a little bit. Here's the problem. Throughout the press conference, he seemed like Jerry Jones has for the past several years, decades. Like, he didn't seem slow. He wasn't slurring any words. He wasn't forgetful. Outside of the car accident comment, then everything, he seemed normal. So that's one explanation. Okay. Second one, and this is the one I hope is true.
Okay.
And this is the one I tend to go with. He loves the drama. And I have been saying, but now it seems crystal clear, the number 1 goal is not winning a Super Bowl. The number 1 goal is not putting the best team on the field. The number 1 goal is not giving your team the best chance to prepare for the season in training camp, because he just ruins that every year with these contract negotiations. The number 1 goal is to create drama, because the drama keeps the Cowboys on the lips of all the TV and radio talking heads. It keeps them on the front page. And that ultimately makes you money and raises the prestige of the franchise, leads to money.
Keeps you in the zeitgeist.
Yes, and he loves that, all right? The third one, and this is the scariest for Micah, maybe he really is thinking seriously about franchising Micah. He brought it up.
Now?
He brought it up. Yeah, let him play out this contract because, you know, it would end up costing Mike. He's going to make $24 million. Let him play out this last year and then franchise him for the next year, maybe 2. I hope it's number 2, that he's just playing to his brand of creating drama. But those are the 3 possible explanations for that.
So I think it's 2 with a little small dash of 1. I do think that he is, you know, maybe a little looser with, you know, kind of his thoughts than he typically was 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people are, as they get older, they're just like, they're saying what they're thinking rather, you know, the filter goes away to a degree. And doesn't mean you're not with it. It just means, like, I don't care as much as before. What are you going to do? And I can only imagine if you're also a billionaire and also in charge and also, and I think this doesn't serve the Cowboys, everyone underneath him wants to always make him happy. So, you know, there's no guardrails at all. But it's just such horrific strategy, KW. And I will use an awkward but real-life example, not for me, just generically. We all have a friend or family member or colleague who has broken up with someone and then either, you know, in person to friends, or the worst one is on Facebook or on Twitter, talked real bad about their ex. This is what was wrong with them. I knew they were wrong. They did this to me. And then sheepishly, 3 months later, they're posting Instagram pictures together again because they're getting back together. So the point I'm making is Jerry is talking about all the reasons why it's risky to pay Micah Parsons, when I think he knows deep down I'm going to pay Micah Parsons. Yeah. He is making the case as to why the thing he's about to do could be dumb, because we all know how this is ending. It is ending with around $42 million a year, around $110 million fully guaranteed, and it's ending with Micah Parsons locked up long term. If there was ever a time that Jerry was going to shift paths and actually be like, you know what, I'm not committing, I'm going to play it out, it would have been last year with Dak, and I foolishly believed that's what was going to happen because it was such bad strategy for them to do it the way they did it. But this is one Brew was right on, in that it's not bad strategy if the strategy is attention. If the strategy is staying in the zeitgeist, if the strategy is, you know, just keeping the Cowboys top of mind in July and August, because sadly, they haven't been able to be top of mind in December, January, and February. So we got to own some months. And so the other part of it is that I found, sad is the wrong word, but just weird, is some of these things he's saying, he's delivering them as if they're profound. As if people are watching and be like, I've never thought of that. You mean sometimes you sign a player and they get hurt during the year? You mean sometimes something tragic happens off the field? You mean sometimes you sign a player and 3 years later they're not an all? Golly gee, I didn't know that could happen. But but I think it's mostly just.
You think he's softening, like he's I mean, Micah, I think is going to play well throughout his contract. But you think he's softening in case something goes awry?
No, I just think he's talking.
Play well?
I think he's just talking as a reason to explain the delay, other than it's more interesting when we delay. When that's the answer, because we know it doesn't save them money, and you know what I mean? And it doesn't, it's not, none of these players have been like, all right, never mind, I'll take $10 million less. He's going to get more than TJ Watt in years and dollars. And by the way, I think he deserves it because he's younger and he has been as durable even with the injury last year. So we know what the deal's going to be. $42 million a year, $110 guaranteed, and then we're just waiting on it now.
Don't you think that he enjoys delivering the largest contracts? Like he mentioned it in this with Dak's contract.
Oh.
I think he likes it.
That part of the Cowboys, we have the highest paid quarterback, we have the highest paid
I don't think he's caught up in, okay, we could have got him last year for $8 million less per year.
I agree.
I think he doesn't care about that. because, like I said, he wants the attention. And, yeah, I think there's probably a little something to that, too,
there's like a
what you
pride
said.
to it, even in a salary cap sport where it's like,
Right,
you know
that
what?
made
We
sense
pay
for
the
George
most.
Steinbrenner and the Yankees.
Yeah, I think
Because
he
it
likes
was
that.
right, but that sport had no cap.
Yeah, it's
You know what I mean? In a
no cap.
hard cap sport. What?
Oh, gotcha.
Not to mention that you're only going to be the highest paid for a brief period.
Correct.
I know, but you
Yeah.
still
TJ
like-
Watt's
yeah.
going to have a few weeks. Miles Garrett had a couple months. Like,
Yep.
But he likes it for the time being. Well, here's Mike. We haven't.
Well, you
heard-
do get to be the highest paid for a long time if you do it right before the start of
Ooh,
the season.
fresh video.
You get the whole season.
Alert, fresh video alert. Great job here, Dust. John Machota and Nick Harris. Here's Micah taking the field. So he is not holding out. We haven't heard from him yet, I believe, but we did see a retweet that we'd like to read into from J.J. Watt talking about Jerry's press conference. Anytime you can publicly take a dig at your star quarterback and your star pass rusher simultaneously right before the season begins, you just got to take it. Nothing makes guys want to fight for you more than hearing how upset you are that they got hurt while fighting for you. I think it's sarcastic.
Yeah.
Micah retweeted that. Your reaction to this?
Well, listen, I think Micah should hold in. Now, people arguing that he should hold out, I don't understand, the CBA. Once you show up, you can't hold out. So just so everyone understands, because a lot of shows will get this wrong, you can not show up,
Right.
and then they can hit you for like $35,000 or $50,000 a day, but that's all they can do.
Right.
But if you show up and then leave, it's like going AWOL. It's the NFL version of going AWOL in the military. You have like 5 days, and then you have like they can toll your contract. They can, so now that he's there, he has to stay there. We don't have to practice. He can be like, my back. And we've seen a lot of guys hold in. I think James Cook right now with Buffalo might be holding in. Like that's kind of
last year with Chase.
Right. That's kind of been the new thing that guys do. I show up so I don't get fined, but I'm not practicing.
And I ride a bike.
Yeah, right. Because
On this one.
Micah's draft class, Wild.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence, Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Penei Sewell, J.C. Horn, Pat Surtain, Devontae Smith, Christian Darrisaw, Rashad Bateman, Collins, Greg Rousseau, all have gotten paid.
When you lay it out like that,
his draft class, almost a dozen guys have gotten paid. You can argue one of those guys, maybe two, has been better than Micah, Jamar and Penei. I'd love to say the Prince. I can't make the argument. You know what I mean? And by the way, the draft class after him, Stingley, Sauce, Garrett Wilson, and George Karlaftis have gotten paid. So it is outrageous that he hasn't been paid. So I think the split the baby option is show up, don't practice. It doesn't seem like that's what he's going to do. It's what I would do, and it's what I would advise him to do. Last year was one thing. This year it's now a slap in his face that he hasn't gotten this done yet.
Yeah, this is sad because, I mean, it was sad, period, but especially when you throw out all the guys who have been signed, including guys that came in the league after him. Because Micah, and I know we've talked about his podcast and should he have it or not, Micah is a great ambassador for the Cowboys and for the league. But he clearly loves being a Cowboy. He clearly is a leader. He clearly is competitive, and he's doing all the right things. He's obviously great, and you still are treating him like this. And I don't think, even though Watt said